Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens throughout the universe. Welcome to our weekly podcast. This time we are talking about our Wolfpack Disc League, and this week it was the MVP Open held at Maple Hills Golf Course, the number one rated course in America. We're here with Weatherman Cam. We got Zac O'Heran.
Boo.
I'm Dick, and this is your host, Brian Papa Wolf Frawley.
Hey, thanks for that welcome. Also, welcome aliens. Didn't know we were
Oh,
intergalactic.
yeah, we're
Glad to
transmitting,
hear
baby.
that. Also, it's just called Maple Hill Golf Course. It's not Maple Hills. But that's okay.
Well,
I could see someone that's never been there wouldn't understand, Richard.
exactly.
So there is that, and I appreciate that. Hey, just got a text from Parker Plays Harder. That's a joke for about three people that will understand that. Only one of them's on this right now besides me. So there we go. Hey, well, let's move into the MVP Open. Uh, Richard, you watch ESPN. Did you see disc
Sure.
golf on ESPN this weekend?
I actually didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I woke up there Sunday morning getting ready for the sports, or that was Saturday morning. We're getting ready for
Yes.
game day. Got on there 15 minutes early, having to catch the top 10, rolling through 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, all the way down there to 1. And there's our friend Missy Gannon at the Maple Hills disc golf course, getting a great blind ace. Yep, multiple hills. Great blind ace, and that's just good for disc golf. But we'd be remiss. We spoke about this briefly last week, Zachary. Your internet for Crew 42 has done well on the internets because you filmed arguably
Yeah.
the greatest ace I've ever seen. Oh, it's in the background right now. You can watch along with Zach. Here we go. Bam. Big forehand roller down the hill, weaving in and out of trees, inside, outside, and then ramping up and in. I was pretty excited. What was it like being there and doing that fun stuff, Zach?
you know, Filming as much disc golf as I have now, especially in the catch position, aces are ruined. Because when someone throws a disc, you know immediately whether it's going in or not, usually in the first second. And so that disc was coming down the hill. It had no shot at all. And then when it hit the base in there and it popped up, all the butterflies popped up for me, and I went, no, it just went in. And it took everything inside of me not to just go absolutely insane in the moment because I'm trying to be professional and not just have the audio be me going, oh my gosh, right? But I was proud of myself for keeping it in frame because I'm not normally the catch, so I was happy to do that. And to catch a once in a billion ace felt great. I just was happy to be a part of that, and congrats to Lance, congrats to Missy too. You're right. Any disc golf getting the Sports Center top 10 is awesome. I wish it had been us. We have done very well on our social medias with that ace. I think 3 million views on Facebook,
That
400,000
was my
views.
question.
Yeah,
That was my
400,000.
question is how many you got? Yeah.
Yeah, 400,000 on Instagram. I
Damn.
mean, we're outperforming the Missy Ace, but for whatever reason, algorithm wise, the people that, powers that be, they haven't picked us. And like Brian said, we got a disc golf shot in the top 10. Congrats to Missy too. Her first tournament ace, I think she said,
Yeah.
as well in that clip. So big
Yeah.
shout out to Missy. But I think my ace was pretty spectacular as well.
Well, it was definitely fun to see. Even my post sharing it got more reaction than I expected. So I think that that's really good for that. Cam, did you get a chance to watch any disc golf this weekend? Or were you out there playing?
Played Saturday, um, but I watched the third round of the men's Thursday and Friday. I was at work, so it's kind of hard for me to watch all of it. And then yesterday I watched the rest.
Well, that's awesome. It was nice to have the iPad on watching disc golf and four different football games happen on Saturday. Thank you, YouTube TV, for that. Not sponsored, but would love to be. I all I need is an account. I don't need anything else. YouTube, thanks, appreciate that. Um, but I do scroll the internets, and I saw a couple questions come up before we get into specifics. MPO, FPO, Richard,
Yes.
would you dare say that you are the most ostentatious in this group?
Oh, you gotta give me that definition.
Would you say that you are the most boisterous, loud, over the top when given the right
Yes.
opportunity? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I thought
I
so,
think
but
that's pretty
I
much
also
always the
thought
case for
you
me.
would get ostentatious. So 0 for 2 for me. Um, so hole 8 at the
Hmm.
MVP has people note, I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, as the eight holes or ace holes or a holes. I'm not sure which one. They seem to enjoy all of them.
It's the
Um,
8 holes.
it is the eight holes. Yes, yes. I was
Yes.
more making a joke about the other end of the argument that
Yeah.
some think they're
Got
just
it.
assholes.
Mm.
As the only person that grew up in the Northeast of the four people, I can tell you that, um, as seen in the Ryder Cup this weekend, there's a certain level of charisma for live sports that you find maybe not as charismatic in the Midwest. What was your thought on the people or the peoples that are now developing into the eight holes, Richard?
First of all, I like them because they're always positive. They're not like at the Ryder Cup being negative towards anybody, as far as I know. Um, so I can't knock them for their positivity and trying to really enhance the game and make the players feel great. I think of what is the waste management hole 15 or 17, one of those. The
16, I
party
believe.
hole, they have a great time. There you go. That was close. But there, it's a party hole. Everybody loves it. I believe if you took a poll of the players, if they had an issue with it, I don't think they would. Probably 90+% would be cool with it. They enjoy it. But yeah, they're getting a little over the top at some points, but that's what it is. It's fun. If there were complaints, the Pro Tour wouldn't let them do that. So I believe the players all love it, or most of them do.
Cam and
Yeah.
Zach, you're the best players on this panel. Cam, what do you think from a player perspective? What that would be like? Are you pro it? Are you con it? What's your thoughts?
Uh, I kind of gotta agree with Richard on that one. Like, as a player, I mean, it'd be a little too distracting, but I mean, I do like what they do. It's just they do go over the top a little bit with some of the stuff you see on camera. But I mean, players, I don't know. I mean, they probably have mixed emotions. Some people don't like it, some people do. It's just whoever's forte it is. It's just it is what it is.
That's fair. Zachary, what's your thoughts as a player?
I don't remember anyone complaining aggressively when we heard mashed potatoes every time Tiger Woods smashed a drive. And the crowd erupts with 2 holes over while Phil Mickelson's trying to make an important pitch in order to get himself in contention of a tournament. No one cared because it was good for the sport. Now,
Yep.
like in this context, right? Cole talks about it. I had a reset on hole 5 when after he won, and I still missed the putt. Yeah, we want that kind of atmosphere. We want 100,000 people inside of a tight disc golf space cheering Paul Macbeth on. It's gonna affect 2 holes over because people should be passionate. You know, this specific group, the way they operate, isn't necessarily what I would call what we want in the future. We don't want every hole to have a bunch of 8 holes on it doing shenanigans, but you are going to have ruckus crowds if we continue to grow people who are there live at the event. So it's going to have that atmosphere if we keep growing. I don't have a problem with it at all. I don't care. Players know it's there. You got to prep for it, play through it. And because this isn't every event in every tournament, I think especially this makes it unique and therefore fun. I don't see any issue with it. More people talked about disc golf because of it, which is also a good thing. If we're players are winning, then sure, we can talk about being more bougie and professional, but we're not. We're competing for week in and week out in order to survive. So, like, let's get more eyes on the sport, and that's what this is doing.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I like it. I guess the only counter argument is, do we want that to be the advertisement of our sport? I don't know. Question mark. That's not for me to figure out. But I do know that as a fan, if there was magically a pavilion built in between hole 17 and hole 1 at Toboggan down in that basin, and there was a TV and a porta-john there, you could sell that ticket
Oh
for
yeah.
an absolutely large amount of money, and Michigan people would buy that.
And a
So,
brewery sponsoring it and selling beers.
yep,
Oh
you get
God.
Sherwood
You
Brewing Company
you
to
can only drink
sponsor
there.
it. You put
Yeah.
them down at the bottom, and that's a knockout. So I do get the aspect of selling a specific location or a specific choke point or a specific basket, depending on how you want to look at different things. I know that if I won the millions, there'd be a grandstand by hole 18 for my private course, even if no one ever played it. There'd still be a grandstand. My kids could clap for me when I putt out. I don't care. But let's turn our head to the individual aspect of the weekend. We had a battle on Sunday. Some people had a battle on the course. Some people had a battle in between their ears, and some people just battled. And Zach wants to know, how is Missy not on your Mount Rushmore? How is she not on your Mount Rushmore? Cam, tell me the 4 people you're picking over Missy right now, if you're picking 4.
Oh God. Kristen on. I don't know. I know I would have Missy in the top 4
Yeah.
of that.
Zach,
In all
you
honesty.
seem to be a proponent of this or an encourager of this statement. You think she's top 4 locked in no matter what, right, Zach? All time.
I think for her, I will say it this way. I think you would be crazy not to have her in the conversation in the 4th spot. I think some people might have preferences and say, I'm going to put this over Missy. But like, if anyone's like, nope, she's 9, 10, not close, I think we're being disingenuous.
Yeah. Richard, as the only person that's negative things about Missy on this podcast, what,
Nothing
why?
negative. I'm just saying she's not top 4.
Okay, who are your 4 that you're telling me have had a better career to this point than Missy Gannon?
To say them all again, I'll probably change it up, but it's Katrina.
Nope.
We got Paige Pierce. Okay, I'll start over. Paige Pierce, Juliana
Yes.
Korver,
Yes.
Valerie Jenkins.
So close. I don't know.
What?
Dude, look at career earnings alone. It's a different time. There's way more pressure. No offense. Valerie was playing against like not full fields at a lot of these events. Same thing with Paige in the first half of her career.
How many world championships does Missy have?
She's got more money than world
okay.
championships.
Talk to me when she gets one. That's all
All
I'm
right, so
saying.
Richard
I mean,
is
what the field being competitive is now in the last 4 years, I'd say Missy is Mount Rushmore because the fields are a lot more stacked than they were 20 plus years ago, 10 years ago.
Big money Missy.
If she didn't just retire, Kristen Latt's on there.
well, she's on there already. She's the best golfer of all time, in my humble opinion.
Missy has more money than
Okay.
her.
Yeah. How many world championships?
2 for Kristen.
I know I'm
How
talking
many-
about
How many more
Missy.
zeros? Like,
Yeah, it's going to be an argument that's going to be fun to watch over the next couple of years. I hope Missy wins a couple more majors or gets there because I think that argument seals it. But I will say on record, my top 3 is Paige, Kristen, and JK all time. And then you can argue, I guess, Val or Missy 4, but it's hard for me not to lean Missy now. But we're going to move on past that. Just quick, let's go 30 seconds around the horn. Just 30 seconds. Keep it at 30 seconds. We're going to start with Richard. Richard?
Yeah.
Is Holland going to be okay? 30 seconds.
She is going to be okay. She is not what she was at the start of the year, though, and something's going on with that.
That's fair.
But she's still getting top 5s. She should have won, but then she had where she had a triple bogey or double bogey, and they both birdied. She's still got the best skill set, maybe now that Kristen's gone.
Richard has no idea what 30 seconds is. Weatherman Cam, 30 seconds. Yes or no?
20.
She gonna be
Who's getting
okay?
bird hit over there? I think it's a mental
I'm
thing.
not fucking gaining Burr. Come on, I know 30 seconds.
That's a good line, Cam. He did get in the bird pretty good over there.
I think the pressure of being number 1 now on the Pro Tour, I think it's getting to her. I think it's mentally draining her. That's
Answer
why
the
she's
question.
not
Is she gonna be okay? Yes or no?
Probably not.
Oh, thank you for your honesty.
Oh,
Zachary. Is Holland gonna be okay? Unmute yourself. There you go.
Holland's one of my favorite players,
Mm-hmm.
but until further notice, she's Heimlich Hanley. She is choking aggressively. So was Silva. She was too against Kristen. She figured it out. I think Holland has a chance, but until further notice, she's on choke alert. And until she figures that out, we got to watch out.
Colin Hanley is going to see this podcast somehow now, and she's going to choke you next time you see her.
And she can. She's much stronger than I am.
I know.
Significantly.
She's coming for your ass now.
She's my top 3 favorite FPOs right now. No
Fair
questions.
enough.
But she's choking. She just is. That's just what's happening.
We kind of hopped on this weekend. Just quick thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, is anybody against aces? Like, I think it's good for the sport when we see them, right? That's a terrible question, producer Zach. Totally threw you under the bus. All right, Cole was looking at prime.
Wait, what would be hold on, who would actually not like aces, and what would the reason be? Too short of holes? Easy holes?
Zach has a point. Here we go.
I'm actually just questioning it.
I think the only thing that's detrimental to aces is like this weekend we saw 3, or at least we filmed 2, heard of 2 others. So the only thing that's a problem with that is from the difficulty standpoint, because a lot of comments inside of my ace video, sport's stupid, it's too easy, is that if we see ball golf and a hole-in-one happens once a year, and we see disc golf and it's 2 aces a tournament, people might disconnect how difficult that is. I love aces. They're good for the social media. You spread it out. They're easy to watch, but it can give a disillusion on how difficult the sport is if it happens constantly and repeatedly and continuous in a single event.
Excuse me, I just burped up a little Miller Lite there. That's gonna happen. Shout out Miller Lite.
We want to be
top 3
sponsored.
favorite beers.
Yeah, adult Brian doesn't mind a Miller Lite. I think I maybe was a little snobby about them earlier in my life, but now I'm, just riding the wave. What can I say? I like coverage this weekend, popping around different holes, looking for those wild card spots, getting a lot of coverage, if you will, learning a little bit more. I think people like me, nerds, what up? Like that. Hope it was easy to follow for our casual fan. I don't know how many people are watching casually because you got to pay for a GGN subscription. So, you know what I mean by that. Post-production, you ain't gonna see that cuts back and forth. So Jomez, you're not gonna see a ton. You will see flashbacks here or there for various things. But in general, I thought coverage went well, which brings me to MPO and the battle going down at the end with Gannon and Cole. Listen, I don't want to be rude, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. Just me to the people listening.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. By the way, sorry. Hey, Daff. What's up, Richard's mom? I just when it's Gannon and someone else on the final day, I found myself this year, and again, maybe it's just who I am now as a human, but I've been tending to lean for the other guy. I just wish that Gannon would lean into the villain role. I think that he could do really well as the, WWE heel, if you will. People are commenting all over. I'm cheering for the other person, things like that. Lean into it, brother. But I found myself personally rooting for Cole, MVP, or sorry, DGA Discraft Connection doesn't hurt either. I met Cole as well, a very nice man. So, hard for me not to root for him. Cam, as you were watching, did you find yourself leaning towards Cole's camp there?
I was pulling for Cole and Ricky. I was like, maybe Ricky would pop off another 12 down because he with 1 foot he was looking solid, but Cole, I think he had a taste for blood after losing to Paul. I think he locked in. He looked cool, calm, collected. No matter if he got a stroke taken when Gannon got one on him, he'd answer right back like that. So I think he was in a different mindset. So,
Richard, 2 future contenders going left and right at each other. I know which one you were cheering for. Tell us why.
I was rooting for Ricky. First off, I wanted that comeback. I wanted him to take them both down. But after that, there's something about the underdog. I don't really care about Gannon. I don't dislike him per se, but it's just he's been dominant. So you root for the guy who hasn't won in 2 years or something.
Yeah,
that's just natural as a sports fan. That's what we do. Unless you really love that certain player, you're rooting for the underdog.
I can feel that. I can feel that. Speaking of that, go Notre Dame. They're the underdog and everything. Zachary, what you think there? What were you cheering
So
for?
I was Cole. He was hurt, come back from injury, love all that. But on top of that, I'll give you one more thing. I
Okay.
think most people are rooting against Gannon because we are not yet ready to admit that
Mhm.
Gannon is the greatest player of all time. We're not ready to have that conversation. We're not ready to admit that the mantle has already exchanged hands, that MJ has now appeared after Magic Johnson. I don't think it's happened yet. I don't think we can sit here and say he's had a better career than Paul. I think Paul still has a better career and a better single year than 2015. But Gannon has put a better 2 year stretch than Paul's 15, 16, 14, 15, in my opinion. And he could arguably have a much better 10 year stretch if he continues on this trend. And I don't think the average disc golf fan, after we've loved Don Paul, our savior of disc golf for the last 10 years, are ready to give that up to a guy you're wanting to play as the villain. I don't think we're ready to do that as a fan base. And so he's going to have to do more winning to convince us.
I think Paul will forever be the Tiger Woods of disc golf. I don't think that'll ever go away. What?
Listen,
Disagreeing?
I don't know if this comparison is gonna make sense, but at one point, you had Russell as Climo, and then
William Russell.
yeah, you kind of have Paul as Jordan, and then some people say Ricky is maybe Kobe because he didn't have quite as many as Jordan. Different attitude to the game as well, and then you got LeBron and you got Gannon now. And that's a realistic sports comparison, I think.
LeBron is terrible. I would have done Steph for him.
Oh, fuck
Okay,
off.
sure.
LeBron is
Listen,
so good. What are you talking about?
this
You can
all
say Jordan's
parlays
better,
into
but
my
nobody
next
else.
question. Let's not worry about that bad connection. Let's parlays into my next connection. Zachary puts notes for me to randomly talk about, and he talks about Paul and Ricky. Is this finally are they both finally out of the top three, or are they really out of the top five now? So let's take everyone pre-Paul off the board, okay? And we establish Paul for this argument. You can argue with me later that Paul is the GOAT, okay? And then there's people that are gonna say Nate Doss or Ricky's based on that is there. For argument's sake, let's put Ricky there. Okay? So let's put Ricky and Paul off. Out of everyone that's played in we'll say, Pro Tour event since the beginning of 2016, Paul and Ricky are off, but you got 2 spots left on the MPO Mount Rushmore. You only have 2 spots left. And it's as of this day, right now, and you only have two. I think all 4 of us are picking Gannon out of one of our two.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard for me to argue he's third out of anyone in that group. However you want to put, some people are going to say Doss because, his titles may have came prior to Paul, but he still played Pro Tour events, so I'm going to leave it there. All right. I don't, who's, if you got Doss and you got to pick somebody else and Gannon not be in that top 4. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I watched a lot of golf. I've watched a lot of golf, and I don't know if I can pick somebody that's going to boost at least Doss and Gannon. Richard, I see you looking up stats, thinking, making the turns.
Smoke a little bit there.
So this kind of goes back to a previous conversation we had where we talked about top 10 all time, right? Where we talked to putting a ranking together, like Barry Schultz is involved in that conversation. You have some really, really talented players. So like right now, the other players that are currently active, I would say that are even remotely in the conversation would have to be Isaac Robinson because he's a 2-time world champ, right?
Yep.
He's a phenomenal talent. You're going to have people that are going to say Calvin because he's won a major now, but I don't think that he's better than
A lot of money. A lot of money.
Correct. But I think Gannon is his speech when he won the Pro Tour points, I think, demonstrates that his level of consistency compared to everyone else is staggering. The only comparison in consistency would be Isaac at majors, but he obviously you're ignoring most of the year by doing that. And Gannon obviously doesn't do that. He just week in and week out is the guy. I remember beginning of this year we talked about, is Gannon falling off, right? Last year was so good, the start of the year wasn't that good. Now we're talking about this year being on par to last year's event. Like he swung it up in the late in the season, dominated. So I don't think anyone should be able to take him off that Rushmore 2016 forward. He's demonstrated he is the best player right now, head and shoulders.
Yeah, I'm cool with the Isaac and Gannon on there with Doss just on the outside, at least on that argument sounds like you're making. Richard, what's your brains at?
Uh, so Ricky and Paul are already on there.
Yep.
And then I think you got to go Nico. Just fucking with you guys.
Sorry, I threw up a little bit.
I was scrolling through to see the worst answer.
Is he okay?
No,
he's not okay.
I'm okay with no. That was a joke. I'm okay with Gannon. I'm okay with Gannon. After that, I was looking through some names, and it's tough. I think Calvin.
You're picking Calvin over people that have won 2 worlds. Your argument earlier for the Missy thing doesn't look as effective now.
It's all right. He got a major finally.
Remind me to use
Look
that.
at the difference in.
Pump it.
Yeah. I don't understand how to do technology, Zach. I'll send you this whole file. You can cut it from 4 minutes earlier when Richard used the exact anti-argument. Okay.
I can clip it from YouTube. We're good.
Let's do it. Got posted.
I actually was gonna say if Missy's on your Rushmore without the World Championship, then Calvin can be.
No,
I'm not disagreeing.
Because there's more. There's only like 8 names you can argue in FPO. There's 8 MPO that you can argue from 2016 on.
I would say too, for Calvin, like to argue for him, you could even say that the consistency that Burr is showing in these, especially these last 2 years, Calvin showed the 4 years prior, just not at the majors. Like he was winning every other event, especially very beginning of the seasons. It felt like he was like, I have 5 wins, and everyone's like, wait, when? It just felt like he just snuck up and he popped. Hey, I got this one over here. I got this one over here. I won in Texas. I did this. Yeah. So he's done that very consistently. He hasn't been able to finish events. But even this year, it felt like he's had a down year. He's been doing top 10 regularly. So he also plays a high consistent level. He just doesn't win consistently at the high level all the time. He's there competing there.
That's fair. Cam, you got Gannon in your top 2 remaining?
Yeah, Gannon's definitely Mount Rushmore.
All right, who's your remaining?
Oh boy, I'm not gonna pick someone crazy like Nico. Yeah, that's crazy.
Kristen Lott.
So another difference.
I mean,
by the way,
so is the Mount Rushmore only for MPO though? Is that
only for MPO that have played an event in 2016 pass on the Pro Tour?
Paige Pierce.
She's played in. No, wouldn't count. It wasn't a Pro Tour event.
Let's see, they have to have one.
It was a / major.
Hey.
Oh.
Also,
Juliana
the difference
would be the same way, Zach.
Our earlier Rushmore conversation was women from all time. It was not from 2016 forward. So that's what makes the difference with Calvin. Okay.
But there's still 8. There's still 8 options, Richard, that you could use the same argument for. I'm not going to deal with him. I'll deal with you this weekend. Cam, who's your other pick?
Oh God,
hurry up!
I think Calvin. Honestly, Calvin.
You two are trash.
I mean,
it's clearly Isaac.
Who do you think, Brian?
Gannon.
Clearly Isaac. Look at the number of wins between him and Calvin.
Clearly Isaac. Hold on. It's not even close.
I have Missy with 0 world titles in my Mount Rushmore.
That's fine.
I think Calvin.
I think you could argue Anthony Barella to an extent.
I was thinking Anthony, but he does not have any majors. Yes, he has 6 Pro Tour wins.
He's got money though.
Yeah, he does. He starts out so good in the beginning of the year, and it's just like
I
drops.
think we as fanatics of disc golf though need to put more emphasis on money earned. Because why are all these tournament directors bragging about their payouts and how big their payday is, or how are these sponsors that we are reaching out to? We need to we need to be more thankful for that stat. We should be looking at that stat more closely as argumentative men in this foursome right here, because I think we should be leaning on cash, one, especially at Pro Tour events and majors. That's just me having an argument real quick with myself and with you. Hey, we made it past 30 minutes this time. That means we're almost adults, folks. If you're one of the
Wait, who
four
won this
people.
week in fantasy?
Oh, did you want to actually talk about fantasy for like the first time? Should we like
I
bring up
won.
the Oh, you won? Did you
Yep.
did
All
you
right,
crack
now you
the
can close it up.
did you
And
crack
where
the
did
top
Nicholas
five
finish?
of the year yet? No?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Zach,
think he beat me.
did you get 40 magical wins and catch me? No? Okay. So it's
Yeah.
still me, Zach, brother Joel. All right, we got this. We should have done payouts a month ago. Anyways,
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming so hard for you
yes,
guys.
you are.
I bet you are.
We're really proud of you. Yeah, clip that too, please. Hey,
I'm in fifth place, bitches.
there might be somebody still watching. And if there happens to be, we have a we have two plastic Wolfpack disc pint glass stadium cup things from an event that Dick and I were at a couple weeks ago. We'd love to ship two to a random person below. So
Better start getting on it.
all you have to do is go to our YouTube page because you're watching this right now. You're gonna click that comment section. You're gonna open it up, and you're gonna type in any frisbee, any disc, any flying object, and you'll be entered to win. And we will randomly select a winner 2 weeks from today when we record our final episode, I believe, of the year. If it's not next week. Anyways,
Cam, is she gonna make like 10 different YouTube accounts just to make sure she wins?
Probably.
I like that. We'll take the extra subscriptions. We might break 200. Remember, when we get to 1,000, Richard's going to give a grip bag away to someone. So we're
Still
only
got
like
it.
870 away from that, guys. We really can do it next year, maybe. In the meantime, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We don't
Just
have
stuff
any.
underground.
Oh, Cam's got a personal one.
Mitten Bags, Sherwood Brewing Company, and
Yep.
your mother.
Yes. Our
And
moms
Wolfpack
are the
discs.
best sponsors here. In the meantime, remember to hit like and subscribe.
Thanks, Mom.